Good morning, guys, and welcome in to Morning Drive on a Monday. Anna Whiteley alongside Damon Hack, Paige McKenzie, and Robert Dameron, getting you up to date with all of the latest news at the start of a new week. So the NCAA will vote today on granting spring students an extra year of eligibility after the remainder of the competition calendar was cancelled earlier this month due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And guys, last night, well, Phil Mickelson was lighting up Twitter by suggesting that him and Tiger Woods will enter a rematch of the famous match that we witnessed back in Las Vegas back in 2018. Now, I don't know about you, but there was a lot of hype surrounding this match a few years ago. Now, don't get me wrong, circumstances would be very different this time round, Damon Hack, if it was to be played in this COVID-19 era where people are desperate for live sport. They're desperate to see competition and a bit of entertainment. So if this did happen, how do you think it could be different?
Anna, I'd love to see these two great champions pull it off. Last time it was a bit of overpromise, underdeliver. But in this era of COVID-19, can you imagine a robust charitable component for doctors and nurses and folks on the front line of this pandemic? Maybe some elevated purses for that, elevated golf in terms of the quality. Tiger and Phil are, one-name global superstars. And Paige, to see those two battling out for a huge purse for charity, I think it could really, really get a lot of eyeballs.
It would be an oasis in this barren desert of sports landscape right now. There's betting right now going on mini tours and different things because there's nothing going on in sports. So yeah, I completely agree with you, Damon. There would be a ton of eyeballs on it just strictly for the desire to see competitive sport again. But I love where you're going with this. The idea that you could harness it for good, for hospitals, for nurses, for those people in need that have been most affected by this pandemic, I think would be amazing. But Robert, I don't know if it's going to live up to any expectation that we might have from a competitive aspect. Is Tiger injured? How has Phil been playing? It might be there for the entertainment, but I don't know if the golf's going to be there.
We are starved for entertainment. I don't think it would matter a whole lot how well they played to anyone but them. We just want to see something. We do have people, I'm sure, sitting around watching Twitter, waiting for Tiger's response to Phil's posts. It's funny. It's a great idea, but there's so much to go around of how it would be done. How are they going to dispute hitting the flagstick? And did that putt go in? Did it not go in? We're having those issues at my own club, so maybe they could do it the way we're doing it, each from their home course, playing with a big screen somehow. We're going to socially distance. I don't think social distancing is going to be a real problem between Tiger and Phil for the most part, but Damon's got a great heart. He's right. If they could get it out there and do some kind of charity for what's going on right now, it would be a fantastic thing, Anna.
Damon, we know the outcome of the match back in 2018. It was Phil Mickelson who came out on top. Do you think this would be enough motivation to bring Tiger out because he would be that desperate not to lose again to Phil Mickelson? Could this get him up?
We're talking about one of the most competitive human beings in the history of the planet Earth. I would hope so, considering how poorly he played last time, considering it is Phil Mickelson. Doesn't want to fall 0-2 to anybody, but particularly Phil Mickelson, Paige. I think Tiger, we want to see him healthy. I mean, there's a curiosity just wondering how he's doing, considering he didn't play going into this extended break. So, Paige, I think Tiger would go in there with his eyes open.
I don't care whether it's for $9 million or $9. If you have somebody that's competitive the way that Tiger Woods is, he will get up for this match if it were to happen. But I'm with you. I'm with Robert. My biggest, curiosity with this would be, what would Tiger Woods' body look like? How is he feeling? How healthy is he? It's been a shame to not be able to watch him lately. It's been even more of a shame to hear that it is due to injury and due to health more than anything else, Robert.
I have tried to reach out to some of my people down in West Palm Beach near where Tiger lives. Maybe they've seen him, and really I've heard nothing but crickets. But not playing the Players' Championship, Anna, is something that was very concerning to me. That's not a tournament he would miss for just no reason other than, I just want to be ready for Augusta.
Yeah, it sounds about right, Robert. I think it's 1 week at a time when it comes to Tiger Woods. So as for the rematch Well, it's just rumors at the moment, but Phil did say on Twitter he doesn't tease. He's hoping to deliver the goods. So we'll have to wait and see for that. But guys, it is Monday, and a Monday tradition here on Morning Drive is, of course, Best Thing I Heard. Now, slightly different to what we normally do, but there's been so many kind of inspiring and wonderful stories over the last few days on social and just in our own lives, really. So Damon Hack, what is the best thing that you've heard recently?
So many wonderful gestures around the game of golf. But the best thing I heard was that Pinehurst Resort is auctioning several experiences for golfers to come to the golf course and maybe at some point be able to play all 10 golf courses or play alongside Gil Hance, who designed Pinehurst number 4, all to raise money for the Pinehurst Employee Fund. A lot of employees who are out of work during this time of COVID-19. We talk about Pinehurst as a bucket list destination for so many people. Once it is open and running, I imagine that there'll be a lot of folks lining up to want to play all 10 courses or play alongside the golf course architect Gil Hance, who also designed Paige the Olympic course. Love seeing that golf, which is such a charitable, monster in good times, stepping up during these tough times as well.
Well, we see the charitable aspect in so many ways, whether it's from the PGA Tour, LPGA Tour, giving back. But I agree. It's been great to see some of the clubs stepping up and figuring out creative ways to take care of their people. For me, the best thing that I heard actually was a tip that Aaron Oberholzer was talking about on stretching your external rotator cuff on your trail arm in your golf swing. It's maybe a mouthful right there, but more broadly, seeing all these tips and drills from players that are in their time off. It's been fun to kind of check through and scroll through social media and get all these tips and drills from the best players in the world. So I've kind of really enjoyed that over the last week or so. Just
the name Aaron Oberholzer is enough of a mouthful, isn't it? Without going into everything he was doing. It is great. It's funny how we see people that we know then are on Twitter because they're stuck at home, finding ways to occupy themselves, finding ways to make the most of this situation. And one guy that is doing a great job at this actually is Joe Buck. He's been having people send in their own videos just of them at home with their kids or their dog or plowing there's no snow, whatever they're doing, fixing the roof, let's say they're doing, and he's just taking that clip and doing his own commentary over it. I think it's part therapeutic for him because that's really what he loves to do. But the good thing is the only insistence he makes is if I do your video, you have to give to a charity that affects this coronavirus. So it's fun for him, I'm sure, and it's fun for everyone else, but it's not all for fun. It's charitable too.
Yeah, there's so many videos and people out there sending brilliant messages and hopefully doing the right thing. And another one of those is the European Tour. They released a video just a few days ago, and it's featuring some of the biggest names on the tour: Rory McIlroy, Sergio Garcia, Justin Rose, Shane Lowry. And the message is, we are not your heroes. Your heroes are the same as our heroes. It's the doctors, it's the nurses, it's the hospital staff, the shop workers, the people who get overlooked for most of the time, let's be honest, in our society, but they are the essential workers that we take for granted. And right now, they are our heroes. And the best thing that you can do is just stay at home. That's what we can do to be a little slice of a hero at the moment. So there's some really inspirational stuff out there, some really fun stuff to get involved in whilst we're all at home for the moment with COVID-19. So we'll keep you up to date, and we will hope to carry on to entertain you every day here on Morning Drive. So be sure to catch the latest news and reaction, and you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to the Golf Channel YouTube page. And for extra analysis, don't miss anything in the evenings by following Golf Central.